Right, guys, Nick here with Couch Potato Fights. I've just jumped on the couch again because I've just on the couch with Fred. I've just done one podcast about just Anthony Joshua's injury. He could be out for 6 to 8 weeks. And also some thoughts on Eddie Hall. And then winning against Pudzianowski, but also having I don't know, just a negativity building up to the fight. I guess he's proven loads of people wrong, but a lot of the stuff that people said regarding Eddie Hall and just sort of an Eddie Hall appreciation pod. But yeah, with this one, I'm watching an interview with Deontay Wilder. He says that talks are still ongoing for potential fights with Francis Ngannou inside the ring and the cage. So this is really intriguing. I mean, it's Francis Ngannou from MMA, obviously, and then you've got Deontay Wilder from the boxing world. Deontay Wilder's got explosive knockout power. We saw him on the receiving end of a knockout from Big Bang Zhang last time out. But he's always got that knockout power, but it's one of those fights where I'm not sure if it should happen, but I'll definitely watch it. So I'm not sure it should happen, but I'll definitely watch it. So I'm a hypocrite, really. Put my hand up to it. The weird thing, one of the X factors for me is the sheer size. Obviously, Deontay Wilder's a very tall man. He's 6'7" or so. Francis Ngannou is also very tall, but Francis Ngannou is probably like 50, 60, maybe even 70 pounds heavier. When he fought in UFC, he was always pushing the limit, about 265. Huge heavyweight, huge knockout power. I'm not sure it'd be a good idea for Wilder to go into that fight after fighting Big Bang Zhang and having a really bad knockout. When he got knocked out by Zhang, it looked as if he turned and he walked away, and then he got popped and he went down. He also had not the best performance against Joseph Parker, but then you could argue that Joseph Parker just did really well. It's a weird fight, but I just thought I'd do a quick video. It's exciting. If it got announced, it would be an exciting fight. I think if Ngannou beat Wilder, he'd have to retire. He'd have no choice. I think if Wilder beat Ngannou, I don't know what would happen next, because people would say, yeah, he's beating Ngannou, but Joshua blasted Ngannou out pretty quickly. If he lost to Ngannou, people would just say retire. He's also fighting someone pretty soon. He's fighting Tyrell Hendon soon, who's 24-5-0. He's got 15 knockouts, so I'm not sure he should be talking about other people yet, because he's got to face this guy on the 25th of June, I think it is. So yeah, Wilder versus Ngannou, I'd definitely watch it. I don't know who would be promoting it. Would it be Riyadh Season? Would it be Turkey and Dana White, TKO? Would it be Queen? You know, it's all up in the air, really. He just mentioned it, but he says talks are ongoing. It would be because you've got Ngannou again. Okay, so one of the X factors is the size. The other thing you have to look at is the knockout and the ability to take a knockout, which obviously Wilder's been knocked out recently, and he's really not looked that impressive. I don't know if it's down to ayahuasca or if he's just been too busy looking after his 7 kids or whatever. I don't know. He seems from this interview really clear-headed, and he said he's got no injuries and he's ready to fight again. Maybe the ayahuasca and all the spiritual stuff maybe took away that intensity that he had previously. The other thing is as well, it mentioned it could be in a boxing ring, but he could also fight him in an MMA cage. I mean, in a boxing ring, it's, you could go back and forth why you think each guy would win, but surely in an MMA cage, I don't know how long Deontay Wilder's been training MMA, but that would just be catastrophic for him to fight Ngannou in a cage. There have been fights where Ngannou has taken people down. It may have been Cyril Gane. I think one of his last fights, it wasn't necessarily the most exciting fight, but he can wrestle and take people down. If they had an MMA fight, I think it'd be slightly pointless in a way, because he'd obviously again, Deontay Wilder's got long, skinny legs. He'd snatch them up straight away, surely. He could stand with him, but then just have a boxing match if you're going to strike. So if it was, I remember when James Toney fought in the UFC and he fought Randy Couture, and James Toney pretty much, from what I remember, said, I can come into UFC and knock any of these guys out. Don't try and take me down or wrestle me. And he came in and it was embarrassing again. Respect. He stepped over into MMA, but he just got taken down straight away and choked out. I think if they were in a cage. Again, Jake Paul's mentioned he'd fight in MMA against Nate Diaz. I don't know, because surely these guys are just going to get taken down and choked out pretty quickly. You could train solidly for probably 2 or 3 years, but still if you're fighting someone like Nate Diaz, Francis Ngannou, they're going to know how to beat you in a cage. In a boxing ring, it's much closer. I'd potentially give the advantage to Ngannou, even in that sense. I don't know. Does Wilder still have that explosive knockout power? Can he take You know, what can he take there as far as power from other people goes? And Ngannou packs a lot of it. But keep an eye on it. It was just a quick one. It was with bloody elbow a few hours ago. He has said, despite having a fight on June the 25th, these are these situations where it can backfire. Because he's overlooking this other guy, Tyrell Hendon. He's not got a bad record or anything. It could be new blood coming up who'll want Deontay Wilder's scalp. But yeah, just a quick report. Another podcast. Interesting. Let us know what you think. Like and subscribe and everything. Will it happen? I'm not so sure. But if it does, I will watch it. I'm not going to lie. These sort of weirder ones, the more random ones, I will watch. If it was in a cage, I'd still watch that. But I think it's got to be in a boxing ring, really. In a cage, I just imagine Ngannou would eat him alive. Then, you know, that's why it's exciting. Anything can happen. Okay, thanks for watching again. It's Nick with CPF Fights. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.